I am green on the outside and red on the inside. I am a large summer fruit. What am I? The watermelon, a wonderful fruit. Part 1 of 2. Continue watching to find out more.
Meatless Mondays is a way to raise discussions on the different aspects of sustainable food and to promote a healthier lifestyle. The Honourable Miki Haimovich, vegan.
Cheerful viewers, if you visit Central Vietnam, also known as Olac, it's likely that you encounter the Cơ Tu people. You can greet them by saying Chào ano srau kae, or hello, how are you in their native language. My name is Yến. The gentle Cơ Tu people are touched by your love for vulnerable beings, which is clearly demonstrated in your practice of the vegan lifestyle. Bless your heart. Welcome to our show, The Watermelon, a Wonderful Fruit, Part 1 of 2. Watermelon is one of the world's most popular fruits. Usually round or oval in shape, they are known for having red or yellow flesh and black seeds enclosed in a hard, thick green rind. Watermelons often evoke fond memories of happy times during the summer. The famous US writer Mark Twain, a vegetarian, said this about the watermelon: "When one has tasted it, he knows what the angels eat." It's often a subject of debate whether watermelons are vegetables or fruits. A botanist would say that watermelons are fruits because they develop from their parent plant's ovary after flowering. However, also like vegetables, the leaves and roots can both be eaten. With the scientific name Citrullus lanatus, the watermelon is a member of the Cucurbitaceae plant family that also includes cucumbers, squash, muskmelons, and gourds. In Oklahoma, USA, the watermelon was designated the official state vegetable in 2007. According to historians, the watermelon was a native of southern Africa discovered over 5,000 years ago. Because of its ability to store water, it was first used as a water source, and its seeds were then roasted or eaten raw. The indigenous people of the Kalahari Desert region enjoyed roasted watermelon seeds. Explorers later found watermelon paintings and seeds dating from around 2000 BC in Egyptian tombs. It is written that the ancient Egyptians cultivated watermelons in the Nile River Valley. Some ancient Egyptian paintings show oval-shaped melons instead of the traditional round kind, prompting the speculation that perhaps the fruit had been bred over time to create flavorful flesh for human consumption. The Holy Bible mentions that, after leaving Egypt, the Israelites missed some of the foods grown there, including watermelons. By the 7th century AD, watermelons appeared in Indian markets and reached China around the 10th century. The Spaniards introduced the watermelon to North America, and it was seen in the New World as early as 1576. Soon the fruit's popularity spread throughout the southwestern United States. Native Americans used to grow watermelons in the Mississippi Valley. By the 17th century, the watermelon had become a typical plant in gardens throughout Europe, along with most other parts of the world. There are 1,200 varieties of watermelons that currently exist in the world, according to the International Tropical Fruits Network. Nowadays, farmers mostly grow the 4 common types most favored by consumers, weighing from 5 pounds or 2 kilograms to 25 pounds or 11 kilograms and maturing in 75 to 85 days. During the 20th century, growers in the United States bred plants from a variety of superior watermelon seeds and developed the Charleston Gray watermelon. This greenish gray species is disease-resistant and provides high yields. Seedless watermelons emerged in the 1950s. While many enjoy the convenience of seedless varieties for not having to spit out the seeds, some contend that the melons taste sweeter with them, while others even eat the flesh and seeds together. More varieties are being developed, such as the Jade Star, Marlboro, Mini Love, Harvest Moon, and Cal Sweet. These are small to medium in size with more nutritional value and color appeal. Because a watermelon consists of more than 90% water, it only contains 46 calories per cup, making it an ideal food to eat for weight loss.
Vegan side effect. It will be hard to see meat again.
Gracious viewers, let's now pause for a moment to hear a brief message. We'll return shortly. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to our show. If you live in a warm climate and have land with a sunny location, you might consider growing watermelons. The seeds should be spaced 3 to 6 feet or about 1 to 2 meters apart. The ideal growing land has good water holding capacity, adequate drainage, and is slightly acidic with a pH value between 6.0 and 6.8. Plant watermelon seeds or seedlings in late spring when the soil has warmed. The seeds can be sown indoors, or alternatively, seedlings can be purchased at a local nursery. The best temperature range for growing watermelons is between 65 degrees and 95 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 18 degrees and 35 degrees Celsius. The plants need a long period of warm weather to grow, between 70 and 100 days from planting to harvest. You should keep the soil moist. Apply water at the vine's base in the morning, then reduce watering once the fruits begin to grow. Vines produce both male and female flowers on the same plant. Blossoms require pollination in order to set fruit. This is where our little pollinator bee friends are much appreciated. When bees are scarce, you may have to pollinate the flowers manually with a paintbrush. When the bottom of the watermelon, the part that rests on the ground, turns from white to creamy yellow, and the tendril attached to the vine turns from green to brown, the watermelon is ready for harvest. After it is removed from the vine, it can be stored for up to 1 week at room temperature or longer in the refrigerator. Those of us without land to cultivate watermelons can always buy them at the local supermarket. Here are some tips for picking the perfect watermelon in the store. First, choose a firm one without any dents, soft spots, or bruises. Pick it up to feel its weight. The heavier it is, the more water it contains and the riper it is. A watermelon with a green stem indicates that it was picked before ripening. A brown stem shows that it has been ripened on the vine. The next thing to do is to look for the field spot, the place where the melon rested on the ground as it grew and ripened. The more yellow the color is, the riper the melon is. Finally, press on the skin, and if the melon is ripe, it will give in. Otherwise, it's not ready. Another age-old way to determine ripeness is by knocking on the melon with your knuckles and listening to how it sounds. A dull sound means either it is not yet ripe or too ripe. When the sound is crisp and hollow, that means it is filled with water and is ready to eat. There are many ways to enjoy watermelon. Apart from eating it fresh, we have some ideas to add extra flavor to your summer menu. You can dice watermelon into salads with tropical fruits or freeze the juice into popsicles, or add watermelon with other fruits into a blender to make a refreshing smoothie. Grilled watermelon steaks are fun and delicious too. Cut a watermelon into 1-inch slices and marinate them in a mixture of vinegar, oil, lemon juice, salt, and pepper for half an hour. Then grill them over high heat for 2 to 4 minutes on each side. How about watermelon salsa? Dice up watermelon, jicama, and red onion. Add vegan brown sugar and lime juice. Toss ingredients together, top with cilantro, and dip with your favorite vegan chips. Recipes for pickled watermelon rides can be found in a variety of cookbooks. A quick way is to cut the whole ride into finger-sized pieces, place them into pickling liquid in jars, then store the jars in the refrigerator. Aside from its juicy sweetness, watermelons are pleasing to the eyes. Why not invite your friends and neighbors to a watermelon-themed party? You can carve and decorate the fruit together and explore creative ways to enjoy it. A party is a great way to meet new friends and share sumptuous vegan food. Welcome to our show, The Watermelon, a Wonderful Fruit, Part 2 of 2. The watermelon, whose history goes back 5,000 years, has journeyed across many countries and continents, from Africa to Asia, Europe, and North America. A folklore from Vietnam, also known as Olam, describes the watermelon's origin. Today, we would like to share the story as told by our most beloved Supreme Master Ching Hai in the summer of 2001. During a gathering with our association members in Florida, USA.
You know the story of the watermelon? No. No? Didn't I tell you on tape anywhere? Okay, I tell you. This is a story in Vietnam. About a prince. He was an ordinary person, probably poor and that, nah? And then he was adopted by the king of Vietnam at that time. And of course, after he's been adopted by the king, his life is a princely kind of life.
You are so lucky. Suddenly now, you have everything that everyone could ever wish for. Wealth, fame, health, convenience, and honor.
Yes, everyone respects you and brings anything at your beck and call. How lucky you are.
I thank God for all this. God is the provider. God gives me everything.
The king overheard this. He's mad.
You are such an ungrateful brat. I am the king. I give you all these comforts, wealth, convenience, and a good wife. But you thank God instead of thanking me? Who is God anyway? Have you ever seen him? Has His ever given you anything?
Excuse me, Your Majesty, but even your wealth and your power are also given to you by God. We are all indebted to God only.
The king is even madder than before. Madder than when I have my temper.
Well, since you don't repent, I am going to show you who is the real provider. Now you and your wife shall be exiled to a remote, deserted island. Let's see how that God of yours will keep you alive.
Said and done. Order, stamp, seal, and they both sent away on a small ship with a little survival kit that lasts for months. So they sailed away with his wife. Both of them went there. And after a month, they had nothing else to live. And the wife was scared.
My dear, it's not that I don't have faith, but we are going to die without any food.
Don't worry. God has given us birth. God has given us our life until now. God will continue to provide. Don't worry.
So they both sit there, meditate, recite the name of the Supreme Master. And lo and behold, something happened. A bird, a black bird, and then 2 birds, and then 3 birds, and then a whole bunch of birds were eating something not too far away from them. Something that looks green outside, red inside, and has black seeds. So they went there and checked it out, and they tried the leftovers from the birds. Oh, it tastes delicious, delicious. So they go looking for the source of these plants to get more of these fruits. So they survive. They have protein and they have liquid and they have fiber, you know, like vegetable and protein in one meal. So they're eating that and they feel good every day, wonderful time. So they have nothing to worry about and they were so happy.
Thank God for this fruit that we get to live a healthy and happy life. Let's share it with others.
You are right, darling. We can draw a map of this island so people can come to take more home.
They wrote notes with the charcoal on the leaves and they cut the hole in the melons, in this watermelon, and stuck the message in there with a map. And then they seal them, and then they let them float all over around the island, and the waves of the ocean carry them all over in all directions. And soon after, some of the merchants who have been doing business by the way of the sea caught some of them and then opened them, so the message inside, and eat them and love them so much. So they found a way to go to the island and get these things. And by the way, because they came there, they get the melons, they also trade in something. Yeah, the necessity. Whatever the couples need, they bring in to trade for the watermelons, because this is a delicacy at that time, a rarity. So they pay a lot of money and they brought them everything. And soon after, it's become like a big trading center. And the king also one day have a taste of that fruit.
I like this fruit. Bring me more.
You have to wait for a week, Your Majesty, till our next ship is back from that island.
What kind of island has such good fruit?
That is the island you exiled our prince to a few years ago.
Oh, so the king now remembers them. And he has recently been remembering them very much and missed them very much and has feel very sad inside, repented for his own anger.
Just one moment of anger. I couldn't think straight. I think they are right. God is the only provider. What would I do without God? I want them to come back.
So because of this fruit, the father and son and daughter reunited again. And it was a very happy time for the whole nation. And of course, the couple brought a lot of these melons back to make presents to the king and the whole court. Also, they bring a lot of seeds to bring home to the mainland, and they cultivated them. And since then, we have a lot of these watermelons. And every time we eat them, we're thinking of God. And that's the way we should do when we eat watermelons.
Certainly, the food that we eat, the environment we live in, have a major impact because all of this mediates within us. The Honourable Dennis Kucinich, vegan.
Loving viewers, let's now pause for a moment to hear a brief message. We'll return shortly. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to our show. We hope you enjoyed the Vietnamese or Olaxie's watermelon story told by Supreme Master Ching Hai as much as we did. Now we will take a look at some of the healing and health benefits of watermelons. In ancient times, the Greeks and Romans believed in the medicinal properties of watermelons. It's recorded that the Greek physicians Hippocrates and Bidanius Dioscorides would often apply watermelon rind to the foreheads of children suffering from heat stroke. Apart from keeping us cool and hydrated on hot days, the red color of the watermelon's flesh comes from the pigment lycopene, a powerful antioxidant that helps to decrease the risk of cancer, heart disease, and age-related eye disorders. Watermelons also contain vitamin A to promote the health of the skin and eyes, vitamin B6 to support the immune and nervous systems, and vitamin C to strengthen the immune system. Lycopene contains the amino acid citrulline, which helps to lower blood pressure. What's more, this fruit keeps us full and satisfied after eating it, so we don't crave junk food. You may be surprised to know that eating watermelon can also help whiten our teeth because of the malic acid it contains. That's not all. The tiny watermelon seeds are treasures, nutritious, rich in fiber and high in protein. The seeds provide a good source of magnesium, which helps to regulate blood pressure and heart functions. They contain many antioxidant compounds and are packed with iron and B vitamins that strengthen the immune system. Loaded with essential minerals, watermelon seeds help to strengthen our bones. Eating watermelon seeds regularly may also improve your hair texture and skin tone. It may even help to prevent wrinkles. However, please be aware of the possible side effects of eating watermelons, such as stomach discomfort and migraines, especially for those with pre-existing conditions. The watermelon has long been a popular food item for summer family gatherings, parties, and social events. people have come up with entertaining activities involving watermelons. Every year, during the warm months of July and August, watermelon festivals are held in Australia, Britain, Canada, the United States, and other parts of the world. Watermelon contests are much welcomed by their enthusiasts every year. At one such event in Tennessee, USA, in 2013, the world's heaviest watermelon weighed 350.5 pounds or 159 kilograms. That is one enormous melon. And games are popular too. Watermelon roll relay is a fun one where two teams compete. Each team gets a watermelon. They begin at the starting line and at the halfway point roll their melons in a circle and then turn around and roll them back to the starting point. Then the next person on the team takes over, and so on. The team that finishes first wins. Then, of course, there's the watermelon eating contest. Each person gets a similar-sized melon placed on a long picnic table. Only the contestants' mouths are used to eat the melons. No hands. Whoever finishes first wins. Finally, we have the watermelon seed spitting contest. The players line up at a designated line. Each one is a piece of watermelon and then spits the seeds as far as possible. The one who spits the seeds the farthest wins. As you can see, the benefits that watermelons give us are many. We hope you are now enthused about adding watermelons to your spring and summer gardening schedule. And we wish you lots of fun and success in cultivating and harvesting this blessed fruit for your family and community.
No to vegan, because you don't worry if you get sick. The taxpayers will pay for your hospital bill.
Joyous viewers, thank you for your company today during our show, The Watermelon, a Wonderful Fruit, Part 2 of 2. Up next is Violet's Vegan Comics, vegan-friendly stories for children, right after noteworthy news. May you be blessed with an abundance of fruits and vegetables in your garden to share with others and to encourage the vegan lifestyle.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/AJAR.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/AJAR.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/AJAR.
Acara kami menyediakan banyak bahasa. Silakan lihat suprememastertv.com/schedule dan suprememastertv.com/AJAR.